Hi, in this video we're going to look at some of the tools you can use to make audio voiceovers for your PowerPoint videos. Now, audio is usually the most important part of a video, and it seems a little counterintuitive, but that's the way it is. Think about this. We still have radio, and radio shows are still popular, but how many silent movies do you watch, or have you heard about being made lately? There aren't a lot of silent movies, and that's the same with your the videos you create using PowerPoint. You want the audio portion of your videos to contain much of the content. The first thing you're going to need is a decent USB microphone, and these can range anywhere from $25 to $100 for a pretty good one. I use a pretty cheap one for recording these tutorials. I think it cost me $25 from Radio Shack, something like that. And the next thing you're going to need is an audio editing program. And what I have open on screen right now is Audacity, and it edits audio, and it's 100% free. I've got a download link below that you can use to get Audacity. And we'll go through some of the basics. Audacity is a pretty complex program, but we won't be using 99% of these features. We're just going to stick with what we need to create content for our PowerPoint videos. When recording audio for your video, there's two main strategies you can use. You can either record it all at once in one long audio file, or what I like to do is I like to create multiple smaller segments or chunks, which I can insert one per slide. And I do this because, one, in case I make a mistake, I don't have to start completely over, and it's easier just from a thought process to record shorter chunks. And two, a big reason is that PowerPoint will automatically sync the timing of a slide with the length of the media that's on it. For example, your audio or video, whichever's longer. So if you have a 30-second chunk of audio content in a single file and you upload that, or you insert that, I should say, into your PowerPoint slide, PowerPoint will play that slide for 30 seconds. And before you get started recording your audio voiceover with your content, it's a good idea to create like a script or a storyboard where you have the headline you're going to use for the PowerPoint slide and an outline of what you want to say. And a good reason to use the outline is that it will force you to talk naturally. If you type everything out and just read it, often it's going to sound like you're reading, and you don't want to read to your audience. You want to speak to your audience. So use an outline whenever you can, and you'll get your best results that way. And this is the main Audacity interface here. And don't let this be intimidating, because while Audacity has a lot of powerful features, we're going to use maybe 1% of them in order to create voiceovers for our PowerPoint videos. And the main things we want to look at are right here. And this button is the record button. And let me make a real quick recording here. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. And I can either pause or stop, but one thing, you won't be able to export until you hit stop. Another thing to notice is I paused, and where I paused, it's a flat line. And so if you're in between, if you want to create kind of like markers in between, say, paragraphs, or you're going to cut this into segments later, it's good. Leave a pause. Again, you can easily identify these spots in your videos where there's flat line. And another thing to notice is that this is the left and right channel, and for our purposes, they're going to almost always be the same. We won't need to worry about that. And once you're done recording, you just come up to File, Export, and you'll almost always want to export as MP3. Actually, always import as MP3 for PowerPoint, and you'll just save it. I won't do that now. And the next thing you might want to do is, on occasion, say this is a real long audio clip. Maybe you just want part of it. So you just click and drag. Now, you can go up here to File, Export. Excuse me, I screwed that up. Now you can just go up to your File and Export Selection and save just the selection. Now, or what I like to do is I'll make a selection, and then I'll, on my keyboard, Control X, and that will cut that section. And then I'll just go Control N for a new file, paste it in. And that way, when I go back to the old audio file, whatever I've used has been deleted, and I don't have to worry about what's left. And it just makes it simpler for me. And when I export these, I have a naming formula. I'll always name them in numbers, like 1, and then give the headline I'm going to use on the PowerPoint, like. And so I know I can see the 01 means the first slide, and Jack and Jill tells me the audio clip is. And by naming them using this format, it makes them really easy to insert into PowerPoint later when you want to. Now, here's something. First, let me close this out. And this is back, and I'm going to hit undo, and this restores that clip. Now, I have a problem. I hate my voice. A lot of other people hate their voice. Also, sometimes I make videos and I don't want people to know it's me. So to protect my identity, I can change my voice a little bit. And let me show you what I mean by this. First thing you want to do is select Control A, and that'll select the entire clip. And come up to Effect. And I'm not going to get into what every effect does. There's tons of them, and you can mess around with these if you want to. I don't see a reason to use them. But pay special attention to this change pitch. Now this comes up, and generally this will be set to 0 right here. However, I have a deep voice, so I can raise my voice a little bit. And now let's play this.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his cramp. Jack and Jill went up the hill to...
Okay, now let me undo this, and again, you can hear my voice now, but here's the recording of it.
Jack and Jill went up. Jack and Jill went up the...
Now I hit undo, and that should make it return to my normal voice.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water.
And you just do that again. You come up to the effect and change pitch, and see if it's gray and you can't do it. It's because you paused and didn't stop. So come up to change pitch, and you can play around with this. If you get too high, you're going to sound like a chipmunk, or if you get too low, it's going to sound artificial. So just play around with this slider here to get the effect that sounds best. And again, this really helped me because it doesn't sound like me. So when I'm working with this, it's really given me more confidence when I change the pitch on my videos, and I've become much more productive because of that. Thanks, and that's it, and see you in the next video. Bye.